Welcome to the solution video for question number 7 in worksheet number 6. Mrs. Bell bought some sweets for her students. In case 1, if she gave 6 sweets to each student, she would have 5 sweets left. In the second case, if she gave 8 sweets to each student, she would need 3 more sweets. How many sweets did she buy? Now in both cases, the amount of sweets that she bought and that she had is the same. Alright, it's the same amount of sweets that she is sharing in 2 different ways, and we need to find out how many sweets were those. So we could see from the first case, Mrs. Bell gave 6 sweets to each student, so we don't know how many students there were, right? That we don't know. Now the amount that she would give them would be 6 each, which is 6 multiplied by the amount of students will give us that amount. But she had 5 sweets left, so she still had 5 sweets remaining. Alright? In the second case, she gave each student, so we have some amount of students. Alright? We don't know how much, but she gave them each 8 each. And she would need 3 more sweets, which means she is missing 3 sweets. Right? She has less 3 sweets. Now, we don't know how many students there were. So what we're going to do is try to put in some numbers for the amount of students, okay? And then we will test them out and see if we could find which amount of students gave the same amount of sweets. Alright, so let's look at how many students. So I'm just going to draw up a quick table. Alright, just for illustration purposes. Now, if there were 1 student in the class, so 1 there and 1 here, then let's see how many sweets in all would we have. 1 multiplied by 6 will give me 6 sweets, but she had 5 remain, so 6 plus 5 will give me 11. So in this first scenario, we have 6 students, one student, and if she gave the student 6 sweets, then she had 5 remain, then the total amount of sweets here that she would have bought was 11. Okay, now let's see if that works out here. 1 multiplied by 8 will give me 8. 8, and I have 3 less than this, will give me 5. Alright, so there is more than 1 student in the class for sure, because the amount of sweets here in this case and the amount of sweets here do not match. So let's try for 2 students in the class. 2 6s are 12. Alright, 2 8s are 16. So we're using multiples of 6 and we're using multiples of 8 here. 12 plus 5 will give me 17. 16 minus 3 will give me 13. So again, we don't have the same amount of students here. Okay, now let's try it with 3 students. 3 6s are 18. 18 plus 5 will give me 23. 3 8s are 24. 24 minus 3 will give me 21. So again, it's not 3 students. Let's go again. Let's try 4 students. If there were 4 students in class, what would we get? 6 4s, or 4 multiplied by 6, would give me 24. And 24 plus 5 will give me 29. 4 students in the class multiplied by 8 sweets would give me 32. And 32 minus the 3 sweets would give me 29. Okay, now look at what's happening here. Okay, do you see that we have the same value here, 29, and the same value there, 29? So we have 29 here and 29 here for 4 students. Alright, so there are 4 students in the class and there are 29 sweets. So how many sweets did she buy? 29. Okay, so this is how you would solve a question like this. Alright, so we have a little bit of extra table here. That's okay. Alright, so this is how you would solve a similar question like this. And in the other worksheets, there will be similar questions like this for you to try. And you would need to use your multiplication tables, your addition or your subtraction knowledge to work this out.